What's going on, winners? It's your boy Loso 2.0, and today we're going to be talking about Matthew chapter 3 and how it connects to leadership. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things today. So you see, I got some notes back here to get started with everything. But first, I want to talk about how I prepared for leadership. See, the thing about leadership is this: you cannot really ever prepare for it. Yes, you can kind of get into your idea, get into your head certain ways that you want to do something. You can do that. You can try to take as many notes as possible. But when I got into my leadership role on multiple occasions, I thought I had an idea of how I wanted to go into something, and then you get there and it's a completely different animal. So the way to prepare for leadership is honestly to only thing I can think about is just get my mind right, get my resilience right. There's no way that I'm be able to prepare for some of the things that I had to go through. I'm telling you, when I became a leader at my old company, the first day there was 2 stores with no employees. When I became a captain of a basketball team, I go there, majority of the team falls off the second half. We left with like 5 players or 6 players. There's no way you can prepare for certain things in life when it comes to leadership, but the only thing you can prepare is to get your mind right and ready for resilience that's going to come through it. Okay, so that's how I prepared myself for leadership, right? So we're going to talk about Matthew chapter 3. John the Baptist, he prepared the way for Jesus. He was the one getting everybody set and ready for Jesus to come along, right? And as he was doing that, he was helping create those Christians, right? Because you're recreating yourself as a leader. Okay, my old mentor used to always tell me this. See, when you're a good salesperson in the company I'm in, you're a good salesperson, that's great. Like, you're a great salesperson. That is amazing. That's the first step. The second step is, can you recreate yourself in multiple people in the same location? Right? So that's the way to test to see if you're ready for even bigger leadership roles. Can you recreate yourself in the same location, recreate people doing the same thing that you are doing in your location? Can you do that? If you can do that, you're ready for that next part, which that next part is being omnipotent or omnipresent, which omni, it just means to be in everywhere but nowhere at the same time. Like, you're not at this location, but you got to still find a way to be there at that location and push them and drive them on, right? So you're recreating yourself in other people without being there. That's the third point there is right there. So yes, that's your way to decide if you're ready for that role. Was you recreating yourself? You going around, you making John was going around. He was telling people about, paving the way for Jesus to come through, right? He was planning. Remember how I told you really can't plan for leadership, because once it gets there, there's pretty much nothing you can do, because you're not going to be used to what you're about to be hit with. That's basically what John was doing. He was trying to focus on success planning. As a leader, you want to focus on success planning. You want to plan for success. Now, granted, like I said, you could do as much as you want to do. I used to have spreadsheets. Okay, this is what I'm going to do when I get into when I get into those locations, when I get into that zone, when I get that zone. This is what I'm gonna do first. All right, this is what I'm gonna do next. These are some things I'm gonna have. But then things happen. You have to shift it because you're dealing with people. As a leader, you're dealing with people. You're not dealing with numbers. You're not dealing with just anything else. You're dealing with actual people. You're not dealing with animals. You're dealing with people. People have emotions. People have emotions. You're dealing with different personalities. You become everyone's therapist. You become everyone's friend, but you become their boss too as well. You become their leader. You're the person that they look up to. So yes, when you focus on success planning, you can have an idea of things that you want to do as a leader, but it's not always going to turn out that way. So you have to be prepared for when it doesn't. So that's what the focus on the success planning is. Next thing is John spoke the truth. See, John spoke the truth even if it wasn't popular to the Pharisees or wasn't popular to other people too as well. Some of you guys like to hold, and listen, it's not a problem with it, because I can see myself too falling victim to the same thing, where I feel like I should tell somebody something, but then you're trying to spare someone's feelings, or you're trying to spare someone's ego, so you don't want to tell them, or you want to try to sugarcoat it in order to make them feel better. You can't do that all the time, right? John spoke the truth no matter how he was criticized for it. Now, again, there is still ways to deliver it. And that's something I always talk about too as well, which is that sandwich method. Positive, what they need to work on, positive. That's how I say you could deliver it. There's different ways to deliver it, not sugarcoat it, but deliver it and make it easier, come along a little bit easier. But you still want to speak the truth, right? Got to make those tough decisions. As a leader, you have to make tough decisions. There's going to be a lot of them to make, whether you keep this person, you don't keep this person, whether you switch this person's store, whether you may have to train this person a different way than you train the next person. It's going to be, you're going to be filled with tough decisions. Absolutely, just like obliterated with tough decisions. So what you got to do with those tough decisions, you have to find a way to make them work, right? No matter what's going on, you have to find a way to get through these tough decisions, because at the end of the day, I look at it as it's not that deep, right? I had to make a lot of tough decisions. Sometimes and that's the thing, again, like I said, when you're dealing with people, sometimes you're dealing with egos. You still have to be able to stand tall. Like, listen, I understand you're a great person. This is what I need you to do for me, so that way I can get you a second pair of eyes on this. Yo, what you doing right here? What you working on right here? All right, what you working on right here? Like, I feel like sometimes people kind of see it as like you're trying to disrespect them. It's like, no, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to say you don't know how you do your job. I'm just telling you that I need you to do this in order to help grow. I want us to do great, but we can't do great if you're too worried about your sparing your own feelings rather than actually getting something done. So welcome criticism. As a leader, welcome criticism. There's so many things that I'm learning from my team that I don't know everything. And you as a leader, you're never going to know everything. There's people that are better salespeople than me. There's people that are better coaches than me. There are people that they do different things better than me on my team, but that's why they're on my team. Because what they do is all together as a team, we work together. My job is not to be the best at every single thing. My job is to bring that vision together and push everyone forward. So sometimes I have to welcome criticism. Oh, you know what? You're not doing this right. Oh, you know what? What's going on? Why can't you do this? Yo, what are we gonna do with our team? How can you do, like, if the leaders above me tell me that I gotta do stuff like that, but what makes you think that you're better than anybody else? Right? So that's how you should look at it with your team. Welcome criticism though too as well from your team, right? Not just from up top, but from down low too as well. I may be a better salesperson and so on, but they may be able to look at something in a different way. Yo, show me how to do that, so I can teach the rest of the team. Welcome that criticism. See, John also pointed everyone to Jesus when he came. He didn't say, I'm John the Baptist, walk around with this ego. Again, the ego. That is like, I feel like ego is the biggest Achilles heel when it comes to a lot of people. Men in general, men especially, but just people all the time. Ego. John pointed to Jesus like, yo, this is the man. This is the man right here. You guys got to follow after him. I'm telling you, this is the guy. This is your guy right here. Humility is key. Yes, you can be confident in your skill, right? But you cannot, just like a leader cannot get anywhere without his followers can't get anywhere without their leader. But it goes both ways. You have to understand that your team is very, very important to you, and they're important to the success of your vision. For your vision to be actually executed, you need your team. So, like, don't be saying, you know what, I'm doing everything myself. I'm the greatest. No, whenever I'm doing good, yo, listen, I could not have done any of this without my team members. Yo, this person always held their own every single month. Yo, this person is like my greatest trainer. Yo, this person is great at following leads. Yo, this person is great at training people too as well. Yo, this person, you know what I mean? So it's about mix and matching every single thing all the single time, learning how this person knows how to turn up when it's time to come turn up. Right? I know something about each and every single one of my leaders, something that their strengths and sometimes their weaknesses too as well. So I will point them to that, and I will lead with service. Hey, listen, I can't train this person 24/7. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up trainings with this guy over here, because I know that this guy is great and he can get you ready fast. Right? He's not gonna teach you bad habits, he's gonna teach you great habits. He's your best trainer. Yo, this person is like my best salesperson. Right? Just working with him, you're gonna get that shark mentality. Yo, this person is really great at closing leads, so go with them. So you point them in the right direction. Not all the time, I have to do every single thing all the time. That's the whole point about being a leader. You can delegate your stuff to other people to help them also too as well, to help them help you. Right? So again, leading with service. Next thing is, when Jesus first started, he was baptized first. John baptized him. Jesus was baptized. So what that symbolized was his transformation into going into his role of being a leader. He fully committed. You can't be half in, half out. If you're going to be a leader, if you're going to be a great leader, you got to be all the way in. Right? You can't be sometime. No. That's why they always ask me, yo, Los, why are you answering your phone when you get out of the store? Why are you getting 80 calls a day? Listen, I'm thugging it through because the fact that what if that one time my team member needed me? That one time they needed me and I wasn't there to help them. That's all the times I think about too as well. But then they're going to remember that. But then also too, when I need something, I'm going to call them. They're going to be able to help me too as well. So fully commit to as well. And again, you're never going to know you're ready until you're tested. You're going to be tested, right? What are diamonds made? They're made under pressure. You are never going to know if you're fully ready to be a leader or to take on that leadership role until you are tested. And yes, trust me, you will be tested in the leadership role. So this is what you can pull from Matthew chapter 3 as far as when it becomes a leader. I want you to go out there. I want you to lead by example. I want you to recreate more leaders for everyone else. I want you to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.